Hi anime lovers. Welcome to A for Anime channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Blue Lock Episode 3. The Episode 3 begins where Itoshi, Rin and Ryusei Isagi continue to be at each other's throats, blaming one another for getting in their way, as Nanase Nijiro tries to calm them down. Isagi notes that they both play soccer only to score goals themselves. He questions if players like them can coexist on the same team. As the two threaten one another, Isagi reasons that they cannot. Isagi thinks about what he can offer to the game, wondering if he could help Rin and Shidou sync with one another. With Team A currently losing 4-2, he's nervous, but chooses to give it a try. On kickoff, Shidou passes to Rin, Isagi and Hiori ready to follow up. Rin passes to Hiori, just as Otoya Ida gets in his way. Hiori becomes frightened of passing to Rin because of Otoya. Isagi calls out to Hiori to pass to him instead, but Karasu Tabito continues to get in his way. Isagi knows he can't do anything if he can't break past Karasu, but Nanase dashes forward, running past Isagi and Karasu. Nanase thinks to himself that Rin and Shidou's moves are so genius that he can't replicate them, but that he is capable of mimicking Isagi. Isagi figures out Nanase's strategy to assist both himself and Rin. Hiori passes to Nanase, who passes to Isagi, with Isagi attempting to use the opportunity to slip through Karasu's blind spot. Karasu catches on immediately, but Isagi is able to react quickly enough to get past his arms. Isagi takes note of the field, being especially wary of Hyoma Chigiri being in his way. He wants to find a way to pass to Rin, but understands that would be difficult because of Otoya. Suddenly, Shidou rushes up to Isagi with his back to the net. Isagi believes that he can pass to Shidou to get around Chigiri, before Shidou will pass back to him and give him the chance to score. Instead, he passes to Shidou, who pivots his body and scores on his own. This changes the score to 4-3. Isagi is amazed by this spinning banana shot and realizes that, because of how Shidou is built, he's invincible inside the penalty zone. Nanase is pleased he was able to help in some way, and congratulates Isagi on his assist. Nanase offers to continue helping Isagi, since he's the only member of Team A that he can keep up with. As the game restarts, Otoya passes to Karasu. Isagi believes all he can still do at this point is attempt to score. Karasu is annoyed by how Isagi is improving. As Isagi and Karasu rush to take each other on, Rin gets in the way, telling Isagi he's in over his head. Rin mocks Karasu for only targeting players weaker than himself. Rin and Karasu fight for control of the ball, with Rin able to match Karasu's footwork, and deflect his hands with his elbow. Karasu gives up on trying to fight Rin as he plans an escape, but, before he can make a move, Isagi uses Karasu's blind spot to slide in and steal the ball. As Isagi advances with the ball, Hiori and Nanase move with him. However, Otoya gets in his way. Hiori passes to Nanase, hoping that, together, the three of them can dominate the midfield. A slightly struggling Nanase passes back to Isagi, who passes to Hiori. Chigiri attacks Hiori on his way to the net. Shidou calls out for Hiori to pass to him. Before this can happen, Isagi crafts a plan to make himself a more ideal choice to pass to. He rushes to his intended spot, and Hiori responds, passing to Isagi instead of Shidou. Isagi moves in to score, but he winds up one step short, and he fails to kick the ball at all. Otoya and Rin both rush for the now free ball, with Otoya kicking it away from Team B's net. Rin and Karasu fight for the ball, with Rin winning out, and scoring in the process, tying the game at 4-4. Karasu compliments Rin for being smart enough to use his body as a way to steady himself for his shot, hiding his annoyance over how well Team A is performing ever since Isagi got his head in the game. Isagi thinks back to Jinpachi Ego's instructions for this match. He, Hiori, and Nance are asserting and coexisting with Rin and Shidou, but they're failing to subjugate them. Isagi's rage begins to come out. Hiori consoles Isagi for his mistake, while Isagi compliments Hiori's pass to him. Hiori attempts to apologize for messing up, but Isagi insists the error was purely his own body's. He notes that his mind is catching up with everyone else's, but his body is failing to do the same. Hiori tells Isagi that if he's always thinking and then moving, he'll always be late. Isagi is confused. Hiori explains that may be enough elsewhere, but not if he wants to score on a team with Rin and Shidou on it, given how far beyond him they are physically. Isagi wonders if that means there's nothing he can do, but Hiori tells him that he needs to move on reflex. On kickoff, Otoya passes to Karasu. Nanase calls out that whoever scores the next goal will win. Isagi goes on offense against Karasu, but he's no longer interested in fighting him, and he passes to Otoya. Otoya passes back to Karasu and, even while being attacked by Isagi and Rin, Karasu is able to pass across the field to Chigiri. Isagi panics that there's no one marking him. However, before Chigiri can complete the pass, Shidou jumps in to intercept the ball, and kicks it back over to the other side of the field. Nanase gets the ball, and passes to Isagi. As Isagi dashes across the field, he thinks to himself about what Hiori told him, before passing the ball to Hiori. As Hiori passes back to him, Isagi questions if reacting to what he sees on the field as a reflex is even possible. Karasu gets in Isagi's way for the umpteenth time. Rin calls out to Isagi to pass to him. With Nanase also present, Isagi thinks the three of them can beat Karasu and Otoya. They rapidly pass the ball to each other, picking up the tempo as they do so. Isagi then passes to Hiori. Chigiri attacks Hiori, as every member of both teams rushes toward the ball. Isagi tries to figure out where he can position himself that will make him a more ideal target for a pass than Rin or Shidou. Isagi then finally takes Hiori's advice, and stops thinking with his head so much, choosing instead to rely on instinct. Hiori dances around Chigiri, and passes the ball. Both Rin and Shidou move to receive the pass, but Isagi dashes ahead of them both. Shidou is amazed by Isagi's speed and intensity, and Rin can't believe what he's seeing either. With all his might, Isagi scores a goal, winning the match 5-4 for Team A. Nanase congratulates Isagi by tackling and hugging him. Nanase asks how he was able to blow past Rin and Shidou, and Isagi explains that he listened to Hiori, and relied on his reflexes. Nanase is amazed, but Isagi just wants him to get off of him. Shidou genuinely compliments Isagi, thinking he may come to like his explosion. Rin remarks that Isagi probably doesn't even know how he did what he did, insisting that Isagi stole a goal from him through luck. Isagi thinks to himself that Rin is right, and that he couldn't explain what he did, but that what matters is he was able to momentarily surpass Rin and Shidou. In his lair, Ego reflects on the events of the match, having been extremely impressed by Isagi. With the next match set to begin, Blue Lock's announcer calls out that Mikage Ryo will be playing for Team C against Team A. He's excited for what could be his final chance to play alongside Nagi Saishiro. Yukimika Kenyu asks Nagi if he's ready. The episode ends with Nagi is just as energized to play alongside Ryo again. Matches are getting even more interesting. If you enjoyed it, please thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you thought about the episode. Was it a 10 out of 10 in your opinion? Or do you like it? Let me know and I'll see you guys on the next video.